Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a source that offers a really different take on a social structure many of us think we know, the Varna system. It suggests the original blueprint was very different from what it became.
Okay, so let's get right to the heart of it. The central claim our source makes is this: the whole concept of Varna has been seriously misinterpreted. It's not, and was never meant to be, the caste system we talk about today.
Yeah, the source draws a really sharp line in the sand here. On one side, you've got the Varna system, which it calls the original idea. Basically, a functional way to organize society. But on the other side, that's the caste system, which the source labels a modern misinterpretation, and importantly, a tool for discrimination.
So you might be asking, how was this Varna system supposed to work then? Well, the source breaks it down using a really powerful core metaphor: society as a human body.
And the whole idea behind this is that, just like your own body, every single part of society has to work together in harmony. It's not about one part being better than another. It's about interdependence. Every single role is absolutely essential for the whole thing to stay healthy and thrive.
So this body analogy gets broken down into four main functions, or as they're called, Varnas. All right, first up, we have the Brahmins. In this analogy, they are the head of the body. Their whole deal is thought, ideas, and knowledge. Think of them as society's teachers, its guides, the scholars.
Then you've got the Kshatriyas, who are like the arms. Their role, it's all about strength and protection. They are the warriors, the defenders, the administrators, basically the ones keeping everyone safe. Next up are the Vaishyas, representing the torso. And just like your torso sustains your body, they're the ones driving the economy. You're talking about the farmers, the traders, the merchants. And finally, we have the Shudras, who are the legs. Now, according to this source, their role is foundational. They are the artists, the service providers, the creatives, the laborers. They are literally what keeps society moving forward.
Okay, so this table really lays it all out beautifully, doesn't it? From the head doing the thinking all the way down to the legs providing the foundation and movement. You can see how each Varna has its own distinct, yet totally interconnected role. The big takeaway here is that you need all of them for the whole thing to work.
And this right here is probably the most crucial point the source makes. It's this idea of equal importance. It really hammers home that no single part of the body was seen as lesser or more important than any other. The head isn't better than the legs. They just have different jobs to do. It's all about mutual respect.
But that leads to a big question, right? Was your role just fixed from the day you were born? Let's jump to the next slide and see what our source has to say about social mobility.
Well, according to this Caste, the answer is a pretty firm no. The system wasn't hereditary at all. It was actually based on choice. The idea was that you could move between these roles depending on your skills and how you wanted to contribute. It was meant to be fluid, not some rigid cage you were born into.
Okay, but that makes you wonder, right? If your role wasn't fixed by birth, then why in the world were they keeping such detailed family records? The source points out that they tracked Kol and Gotra, lineage and clan. So what was the point of all that? And the answer the source gives is, well, it's probably not what you're thinking. It claims these records had absolutely nothing to do with your social rank or job. Instead, it was all about public health. Seriously, it was a way to prevent incest and avoid potential genetic issues down the line.
Okay, so that brings us to the final piece of the puzzle, at least according to this source. How did a system like that change into something so different?
Right, if the system was originally so fluid and choice-based, what on earth happened? Well, the source points a finger directly at external forces. It claims that the whole system was corrupted and twisted into the rigid, discriminatory caste system we know today by outside invaders and colonizers who basically weaponized these social roles for their own control. And this really leaves us with a huge, thought-provoking question, doesn't it? How does the original blueprint of an idea stack up against its modern-day reality? It's a pretty powerful thought to chew on. That massive gap that can open up between a concept and theory and how it actually gets lived out in the real world.